calling in to him at the moment. Okay, on the line right now we've got Jackie McEwen. Jackie is the founder of Captive8 as well as the PR and marketing director. Hi Jackie, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having us on.
Jackie, it's a newly launched clothing range. How newly?
Well, we've been operating for the better part of this year. So yes, it's new. It was launched at the beginning of the year.
And are we going to see it handed out to the various retail stores, or are you going to be a specific in-shop or internet, or how do I get your clothes?
We have got a studio in Cape Town at the Century City area. We also have a studio in Johannesburg in Fourways. And at the moment we're operating with we've got agents throughout the country in all the different areas, Durban, Joburg, Cape Town. And we are in discussions with a few retail outlets, so hopefully in the near future you will start seeing us in the retail stores as well.
Fantastic, and I hope you'll give us exact details of where to find you near Century City. But before you do, I don't know if you were listening earlier, some of the major complaints we were getting from the fuller-figured women was that the fabrics are not suitable for, to keep everything nipped and tucked.
Yep.
That mainly they find fuller-figure clothes in chiffons or satins or jerseys that are either a bit hot or a bit figure-hugging. Do you work in natural fibers?
Absolutely, we do. And I was listening, and I think it's been a great show, and I applaud you for bringing this to the public attention, because that's actually the reason we started the business in the first place. There is such an amazing demand. I think the majority of South Africans, if I'm not mistaken, South African women are above a size 16, yet you go into the retail stores and they're not made to suit them. Even the retailers that are specifically designed for fuller figure women, they take smaller, existing designs that are made for smaller women, and they just upscale them, make them bigger, and they actually don't work necessarily for fuller figures. So our clothing is designed specifically for the fuller figure. It's kind of bespoke designs that are made to flatter the fuller figures, and the fabric is so key. It really is key. So
the fabric is key, and I imagine also, I don't want to use the word upholstery, but if I get into a pair of pants, the seams want to split, and if that cotton or it's not overlocked properly, within 2 days I've broken through a pair of pants.
No, I hear you, and the thing that I repeat often to people is, suddenly when you're a plus size, you've got no fashion sense whatsoever. You suddenly want to look like a couch.
Yeah.
Why would you possibly want to be unstylish just because you happen to be fuller figures? I think fuller figures should be embraced. They should be celebrated and stylish, beautiful clothing, and that's what we're doing.
And of course, fuller figure doesn't necessarily mean unhealthy person.
Of course not.
Absolutely not. Now, you say that a fuller figure is from size 16 up.
Well, that's just where we've decided to pitch our market. I think at the end of the day, you've got to decide what sizes you're going to make, and for us that just made good business sense. So we say that a plus size for us is from a size 16 up, but of course that's up to interpretation.
And my information says 16 to 24?
That's correct.
You don't go, so that's it, that's your range, 16 to 24, you don't go up higher?
Unfortunately not, but if the demand grows, certainly our business model can change, but for now we cater to size 24.
So a 16, sorry, is that the 38 in my language, is that correct?
That's correct.
And a 24 would be a?
Now you've got me. I think it's 48, but I stand corrected.
Okay. Now, I also can't quite remember, and I'm sure that sounds about right. Now, when you were going and deciding to create this brand, Captive8, and I love the name, by the way. It's
Thank you.
Then with an 8, which is really nice. The figure, right, of a fuller woman.
Correct.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Where did you do your research? How did you go about finding the designs and the styles that, as you say, would suit a fuller figured woman and are not just a bigger make of a skinny jean?
Okay. We have got a style director as one of the directors of our business, Marylise de Klerk. She's very well known for being a celebrity stylist. She appears on Top Billing all the time, and she has a wonderful ability to know how to dress a body to make it look as slim as it possibly can be. And it's from her that we get most of our design inspiration, and everything is designed from scratch. So it's not a case of taking an existing top and just making it bigger. We design everything with the knowledge that we have with Marylise and a number of other partners in the business, one of which is also a plus size woman, and we know what suits the plus size body, and we design accordingly.
Now, you're looking or have looked and found a face and body of Captive8.
That's right, we have indeed.
Now, so you're clearly looking for somebody who loves themselves, kind of as they are.
Absolutely. We wanted a real woman, somebody who represented real people, And we went on a nationwide search to try and find somebody that embodied the spirit of the person we were looking for, somebody who was energized, who loved their bodies, who was comfortable, and someone who represented the everyday woman. And we found such a woman.
Who did you find?
We found Charlene.
And who is Charlene?
Charlene LaRue, by pure coincidence, I believe, is one of your news reporters on Eyewitness News.
Indeed.
And yes, she was one of the people who applied or entered the competition. I think she was dragged along to our opening day by Kia Johnson and reluctantly entered. But I think once we tried her on a number of the shows, that she really got into the spirit of it, and she ultimately became our winner.
Now, I've got a couple of questions from you that have come through on SMS. The one is do you do private orders?
As in, do we make things to order?
Can I come and say, hello, this is what I want, can you make it?
No, not specifically. We're not a make-to-order business. Right. But having said that, we actually have a number of clients, because we're a new business and we're ever evolving, we like to get feedback from our clients. And we've had a couple who've actually come and shown us their old favorites that they've worn to death, and if only I could find a pair of pants again because it's fantastic, etc. And we've actually ended up introducing those items into our range. So if somebody's interested in coming, tell us what works for them, by all means they may see it become a part of our range. But no, we're not a make-to-order business, to answer that question.
But that's wonderful, because that means, again, you are taking the word of the fuller figure woman and saying, look, these pants suit me, I've been wearing them to death, please can you think about putting?
Absolutely. They're from Gap and they're amazing and you can't find them anywhere in South Africa, and suddenly we have a pair of Debbie pants on our line. It's a very genuine story. But I think that's been the biggest issue in South Africa, in my opinion, is that the buyers and the retail owners are not listening to their clients.
Well, that is precisely what Margaret was saying, is that she's been spending 20 years trying to explain to people that she really wants a different fabric.
Absolutely.
But, and so it really seems like you're out there doing the right thing. Another question, well, just to be clear again, we're talking about fuller figured women. We're not talking about morbidly obese, unhealthy women.
No, sure, absolutely. I mean, size 16 is not exactly enormous.
No, not at all. Hello, that's average. Thank you. I love you. And how are your prices in comparison with your average retail store?
We range from, I think the most inexpensive top in our range is 250 Rand, and our most expensive is just under the 500 Rand mark. Our clothes are probably slightly more expensive than your average retailer, just in that obviously they are for fuller figures, so there's a slightly more fabric use.
And there's less you're producing as well.
We're producing far less, as you say, because we're not bringing in thousands and you're going to go to a party and suddenly every single person there is wearing the same top as you, so we're producing in smaller numbers. But we're also, very importantly, we're producing in South Africa.
And it sounds like a recipe for success.
I hope so.
One final question, Jackie, which is, what is your take on the sizes in this country? I'm just going to give you an example of bra size. And I know I probably shouldn't talk about that, but the size of my bra, I haven't changed. But suddenly, well, I used to be a B cup, I'm now a C cup. And it's not me that's changed. It's suddenly the bra size cup that has changed. Do you find, some stores I go into and up to 16, or other stores it's an 18, and I'm not any different in size. Is there an absolute regular, hard and fast rule for what is a size?
I think that's part of the challenge that we have, and particularly why, buying off internet, for instance, or clothing is a really difficult thing to do. You really do need to try things on. And I think that the reason for that is that it's down to the pattern maker, ultimately, and the person who's putting together your samples. They work off a model. And the different businesses work off different models, and your sizes can vary dramatically.
Yes. So it's just a hit and miss thing.
Yeah, it shouldn't be with underwear, but certainly with clothes, although I think that there's some consistency. Traditionally a 16 is going to be a 16 in most places, but you will find that some brands come up quite, tight, and some come up a bit looser. That's quite normal, a little bit of variance.
Okay, Jackie, how do we get hold of you?
Okay, well, you can either get us on our website, which is www.captive8, that's Captive, CAPTIVE, with the numeral 8, and you'll find all our details there. Or we also have a telephone number 0861 325 471. And on that number we can give you agents near you. If you tell us which areas you're in, we'll put you in touch with an agent in your area. We have agents countrywide.
That is fantastic. I am so glad. I can't wait to see the range. Thank you very, very much for your
It's my
time.
great pleasure, and thanks for having us on the show.
Thank you, Jackie. She is the founder of Captive8 and also the PR and marketing director. You can go to www.captive8, as in the letter, the number, for the fuller figure, .coza, or give them a call on 0861 325471, and they will be able to let you know where there is an agent in your area. In the meanwhile, on the line, I've got Charlene LaRue, who has turned into the face and figure of Captive8. Charlene, how did that happen?
Well, that was completely by chance, Sarah. What happened was Kia Johnson, who also works for the eyewitness department, she, persuaded me to go along to their launch and to have a look at their clothing. And while we were there, they said, we're looking for the face of Captive8. Would you like to enter? I was very reluctant in the beginning. I was like, no, I can't do this. And, as Jackie said, once I tried on their clothes, the fit was so nice. I looked really gorgeous, if I must say so myself. And then, with a lot of persuasion from Kia, I decided to enter. They took pics of me. I sent off a little something about myself. They called me back for an interview. And then, the next day I found out that I was the face. And I still couldn't believe it. I was like, are you serious? And they said, yeah. So
you're going to be in a nationwide ad campaign, all that kind of stuff. What do you get? What do you get from being the face?
All the nice goodies. Well, I got a hair makeover, which took me a day or two to get used to. With my hair, I got a hamper as well from Olay, some Sebastian hair products, which is working great. And also, I get clothes as well, free clothes. Yay!
Yay! Big yay!
That's always a good thing. So I get clothes from Captive8. That's really, really stunning.
Charlene, do you mind me asking you how you feel about being a fuller-sized woman?
I must say at the beginning, as I think with all women, we struggle with our bodies. With fuller figure women, it's in my family. So, but with me, it's a little bit different because I don't have such a big bust size. Maybe I shouldn't say that when I get back to work this afternoon. Everyone is going to be looking at me. It's funny. So it wasn't easy for me to buy clothes because I have a smaller bust and they would call it pear shape, for example. It was difficult for me to buy things. But I must say, after trying on the Captive8 clothes, it looked so stunning. I was like, my girl, you're looking good. You're looking really, really good. So I've accepted me for who I am. I think I've also gone through up and down diets and trying to lose weight and things like that. But I just feel great about myself right now.
Are you healthy?
Very healthy.
Well, that is outstanding. Tell me a little bit about the clothes. What have you got? What have you tried on? What kind of fabrics? I know you're not a clothes talker, but if you can just tell me what kind of clothes, the look, the touch, the feel, the support.
You saw me today. I'm very much a jeans type of girl, jeans and khakis and so on. But the clothes that they have, I must say, they tailored pants just suits you so well. The feel of it is just completely great. You can slip into that completely. And what I like about their tops as well, it accentuates the bust, which is a really good thing sometimes. So it acts so well, which was a problem for me in the beginning, that I thought I didn't have any. But that fit is really, really great. So it just makes you feel comfortable. In the beginning of the show, you said that, you need to push something here. And
push me, pull you.
To pull up a little bit, you hide the little lumps and bumps. And this, I promise you, it accentuates what you want it to, and it hides what you don't want people to see. So it's a really, really great fit.
So you give it a stamp of approval?
Oh, yes, I do. Yes.
Thank you so much. I know your time is precious. Charlene LaRue from our Eyewitness News team, who is the new face of Captive8. Now, I just got a couple of SMSs in it. So, hi, Sarah, my wife bought a top from a friend who was selling Captive8 clothing. All the tops she had to try on suited her so well. Unlike many items from the local stores, it is priced slightly higher than the retail stores, is what this person says indeed. We've also got 16 as a size 40. Okay, thank you very much. Do they cater for fat tummy? Imagine if you are a fuller figured woman that you probably have a bit of a rounded tummy. And I would imagine that fuller figured clothings do indeed cater to the fatter tummy, as well, I might add, to the fat bottom.